This guy.
Brady's pass. It's Gronkowski. Back again. The biggest tandem for touchdowns now in postseason history. Brady play action. Looking. Third option. End zone. Caught. Gronkowski again with the touchdown. There's the fake. There's the pass. And there's the catch for the touchdown. Antonio Brown. Fournette. Touchdown. Tampa Bay.
Man, you already know what it is and what the vibe is today. Don't act like you know what I'm saying? Got my drink in my cup. I got your digs right here. I can't say who it is because they don't sponsor the show yet.
Absolutely.
So I can't put it in there. But I got his drink in his cup. But anyways, man, y'all already know what the vibe is today, man. It's Tampa Bay all day, every day. As you can tell, I'm feeling good. So everybody, if this is your first time tuning in, this is Beyond the Game. This is Nephew Q. I'm going to go ahead and introduce my guest in the bill. Go introduce yourself, Ike.
The biggest Bucs fan you know.
There it is.
Plus,
And then,
peep the name.
Go ahead. Man, for the people who are listening and can't tune in, Ike's name is We Disrespected Legends Sons. And for those who don't know who Legends Sons are, they are Pat Mahomes and Aaron Rodgers. But anyways, going to keep this thing going. We got my guy Ralph over there. Going to introduce yourself, man.
What's up, world? Let's get to it.
And he said, never mind, hungover. These MF are still drinking. You damn right, man. Let's see. Hold on. He said, hey, will we still be seeing these highlights if the game went different? Nope. No. Well, we ain't worried about that.
I guess we'll never know.
Can we show that highlight every single show until next season starts?
No, one day only.
That's an excellent idea, Ike. I like that idea, Ike.
No, one day only. Let y'all have your day.
And then we got my guy Hot Dog down at the bottom, a.k.a. The Hood Love Me, a.k.a. Bowles for MVP. Go introduce yourself, man.
You know what it is. It's Hot Dog, man, the realest guy on the show. Happy for my guys, Ike and Q, man. Proud to see you guys.
And then we got the guy. The man, the myth, the legend, the legend, a.k.a. I don't know what the hell I'm talking about as it pertains to football.
Bandwagon legend.
Go introduce yourself, Watson, man, for the people.
Let them know, man.
How y'all doing today? I'm here today to give objective commentary while these fools go buck wild.
Hey, Tasha.
And do what they do. So, by all means, Hugh, Ike, Ralph.
Oh, man.
What's up, legend?
What's wrong with you, legend? You seem a little down today. What's wrong?
Whoa. I'm never down.
Okay.
No, never down.
Okay.
You're not in your high spirits today.
Yeah.
I just, I had my headphones on because I was like, man, I don't want to hear this noise. But considering the fact that I'm a man, I stick up for my kids, and I stick up for my picks. I'm good.
You good? Hey, as long as you're good, I'm good. Everybody's good. But let's get on into these topics, man, for today. As everybody knows, man, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers went ahead and handled business last night, took care of Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Andy Reid last night, 31-9.
Right.
Tom Brady won the Super Bowl MVP. I think it should have went to somebody on the defensive end, but hey, it is what it is at this point.
I like that, Q.
Hey, man, he should have, you know what I'm saying? Somebody on defense should have got that thing, man. That's everybody.
That,
Why I said F Tampa Bay. That's all right, man. He's a Green Bay fan.
Who does he like? He's
a casualty. So I'm gonna let y'all rock on this. I'm gonna let me and Ike go last on this thing, man. Ralph, what is the biggest reason Tampa Bay won yesterday?
I think we'll all agree. I think it was the defense, the dominance of the defense. basically they was on Mahomes the entire game. We all know the offensive tackles were out. I think they had 3 offensive linemen that were out, offensive starters that were out. So just the constant pressure that Mahomes had that was under the entire night, it has to go to the defense. Plain and simple.
Right. It's just that simple. It's just that simple, Ralph. And then hot dog, man. What's your reason, man? Why you think it was the biggest reason why Tampa Bay won last night?
I think my name says it all. Todd Bowles was the real MVP last night. He had a perfect game plan. My guy Shaq Barrett was in that backfield the whole game. JPP, Devin White, Levante David. That defense was cooking the whole game. They are the biggest reason why they won that game last night.
Hey, then I'm gonna let B. I won't hear B yet. Daniel, what's going on, my guy? Can you hear me, Daniel?
I just noticed his name.
I think he's frozen, so we'll come back to Daniel in a minute. So B, what's the biggest reason why Tampa Bay won? I got to hear this. But hold on.
First of all, let me
hold on. Before I let you get in that kitchen and cook, I got a couple of things I want to show to you. As my uncle Shannon Sharp once said, he says from time to time, DJ, drop that track for me real quick. So
but once he put his ass whooping on Brady on Sunday, they got. You can't say he the GOAT because he done whooped Tom Brady's ass, and they beat the shit out of the Bucs. I mean,
you mute his mic.
He got a long way to go. He got a long way to go. I mean, he got a long way to go.
Wow.
What was you saying that last week? You want to speak on that?
So before I get going, because I am an objective man, I want to take time out to say congratulations to you Buck fans.
Appreciate it.
Understand what I just said. You Buck fans. Okay. Y'all know what I'm talking about, right?
Me.
The Buck fans. Not the bandwagon guys, the Buck fans, not the haters.
The only 2 guys on this show.
Yeah, everybody said there's only 2.
There's only 2 on this show.
So that means the other 2, we know where y'all at. You need to worry about getting the quarterback, hot dog and Ralph. I don't know what y'all got going on over there. Anyway,
yes, sir.
So let's talk about this game. First of all, as you all have all said, it definitely was the defense. I never in my life thought that I would see a cover 2 defense. That's all they played was a cover 2. They didn't do anything else. They just played a cover 2. I never thought that I would see a cover 2 defense control Patrick Mahomes that way. They control both lines of both sides of the ball, offensively and defensively. I think Daniel brought it up last week, when he was talking about, the line was injured. I just didn't buy into that. I just felt like Andy Reid and Patrick Mahomes would make that happen. They would figure it out and make it happen. It didn't happen. None of those dudes, they couldn't do anything, man. They couldn't do it. I read something today. Actually, I heard something today. They said, what was it? Patrick Mahomes ran almost 500 yards.
497 yards, 496 yards.
Before he threw the football. I mean, that is just, what can you say? So I'm glad to hear that you all looking at it from a football perspective and saying that the real reason they won that game was because of the defense and not Tom Brady. Because it wasn't Tom Brady who won the game. It was the defense that won the game.
Absolutely. Tom
Brady was just efficient. If you pull the clip, if you run back the tape, what did I say? If they win that game,
it'd be because the defense.
They would win that game if Tom Brady don't turn the ball over in the defense. And that's exactly what happened. So congratulations to you Bucs, you Bucs fans.
Yeah, because Q, you've been taking a lot of ridicule from us over the years.
Hey,
man.
look, y'all, okay. B, you've been on the show 3 years? I think about 3 years now.
Oh yeah, 3 or 4 years. Yeah.
I think Ralph and B, I think y'all been on here about 2 years. And Ike, for the past 2 to 3 years, I've heard so much shit about Tampa Bay. You have no idea how good this shit feel right now, bro.
Hey man, hey, I
Wait a minute. Yeah, wait a minute. It ain't changed. I mean, I still feel the same way.
You know what I'm saying?
I never hated on Tampa Bay like that.
I did.
My bad. I'll take that back. It was just
I was a fan of Jameis Winston. I was a
It- it
fan.
was-
So was I. I was a fan of him too.
Hey,
because he's turning the ball over. But go ahead, Ike. Floor is yours. Go ahead, Cook, man.
all right, first, I just want to respond to what Ralph said about Kansas City's offensive line. So it's a lot of people's been bringing up their offensive line, but we just played them in week 12, and their offense destroyed us. Well, if you look at the offensive line that they started that game, and then look at the offensive line that they started in the Super Bowl, they were missing one player on their offensive line.
Eric Fisher.
And Tampa was missing one offensive lineman also that started in that week 12 game. So that's no excuse.
No excuse.
No excuse at all. We just outplayed them.
Absolutely.
Ty Bowes came. I said this. I guess it was 2 weeks ago when we was talking about it. I said that from that second quarter on that week 12 matchup, Ty Bowes changed our defense up. He changed our defense up, and we played him very well. So we knew he was going to do the same thing in this game. But then, man, you got to give the offensive line and the running game credit too, man, because they controlled the game. Our offensive line only gave up 1 sack. So offensive line, defensive line, and that running game is why we won.
Absolutely.
Man, look at here. Let me get Nephew Q up on in this thing real quick.
Lord.
So, man, I'm pretty much agree with everybody else's sentiment, man. The defense, like I said earlier, I actually think somebody on the defensive end should have won the Super Bowl MVP. Actually, I think Devin White should have won it. He had 12 tackles, 8 solo. I think he had like 2 or 3 pressures and an interception. Like he balled out. And to back up what Ike was saying before the show starts, I think that Devin White just put himself into early consideration for Defensive Player of the Year for next season, and it'll only be his 3rd season. But
he was not a Pro Bowl this year, correct?
No, nope. he should have been.
And he was upset about that. Tom Brady said, "We only worried about 1 bowl. You can go get that Pro Bowl next year."
So we're not worried about that. But yeah, man, I think the biggest reason why they won was obviously the defense. B, you had mentioned last week about Kansas City's potent offense.
Weapons. Their offense is not as potent as Kansas City's. Not at all.
Nope, you're right.
No.
I don't know.
With the different quarterback like Mahomes.
It just is what it is. This is just strictly football.
It is what it is.
There is no team in the NFL that has a potent offense like Kansas City.
Now, somebody told me last week that Kansas City had a potent
I'd like to point out how sleepy I was the entire time Legend was talking.
Oh, ain't that something? Hot dog agreed with me, but now he want to back out. You hear that, kid?
So B Legend, what happened to that potent offense that you was speaking of yesterday? Where was that?
Okay. Well, let's talk about it. Well, number one, as I pointed out before, the boy was on the run all game. He couldn't get nothing out. They couldn't do anything. They played a cover 2, and the things that they needed to happen didn't happen. Right? You play a cover 2, that means Tyreek is never going to get behind you. You need Tyreek to get behind you and make plays so you can go underneath the Kelsey. Well, neither one of those 2 things happened. So now the whole dynamic of the team changed. And they were able to get pressure with 4 guys. 4 guys.
Was any.
They're 4 guys. And I'm not going to say they didn't make adjustments, but they didn't make adjustments.
They did.
Good enough.
No.
Right?
So you're right.
And I will say this, though, Ike. I will say this. I am not the person that will use the line as an excuse, but reality is what? That's why those big dudes on the outside with the team, that's why they get paid, those big tackles out there. And so when you taking guards, moving them to tackles and moving them around, it does cause an issue, but that's not right. They lost the game, so I'm not going to say that. But you cannot discredit the fact that caused issues. Even I thought that wouldn't happen, but it did.
Yeah, you right. Because I had that clip pulled up too. I'm glad you admitted to it too. You did say last week that there's no excuse as far as the offensive line. And for some of y'all who are wondering why y'all comments come up as a Facebook user, what y'all need to do is if you're watching in the group, you have to click on the link, and once you click on that link, your picture pop up with your comment. So let's go and get there. But anyways, man. Yeah, I just want to know, B, where that potent offense was that only scored 9 points yesterday. Tyreek Hill gonna take the top out the offense, and Kelsey gonna hit you in the middle, and once we do that, I didn't see. Did you see that? I saw a different game. I ain't see none of that shit yesterday.
I know this is all we did, dude. Tyreek.
I tell you what, though, B. I tell you what, y'all kicker. Hey, he's awesome. He's all right.
Field goal kicker, the punter.
The field goal kicker, not the punter. The punter was horrible.
The Bucker did it.
Oh, the Bucker, yeah, he's consistent.
Yeah. He got us a few points. Y'all punter did, but anyways, man, moving right along. Tom Brady got his 7th ring last night, and he got 6 with the New England Patriots. So, with him getting a ring outside of being with New England, do we now give him most of the credit for the Patriots dynasty? Ralph, go ahead.
I say absolutely. I mean, it takes a good coach to lead men, and they have to dial up certain plays. But at the end of the day, the players have to go out and execute. And at the end of the day, I'm always going to give more credit to the players than I will the coach. Like, they have to execute the plays. Yeah, I mean, you look at some of Tom Brady's rosters when he was winning Super Bowls. It was not the greatest rosters when we say offensively. So Tom Brady made a lot happen with not so much as far as weapons. So for me, you definitely have to give it to Tom Brady over Belichick. And not taking nothing away from Belichick, but most of the credit has to go to Tom Brady.
What about you, Hot Dog?
This offense he had this year was probably the greatest offense he has had around him in his career. I know he had Randy Moss in 2007, 2008 in New England, but you had Mike Evans, Chris Godwin coming off Pro Bowl years. He brought Gronk back, got Cameron Brate. He brought Antonio Brown, Tyler Johnson, Scotty Miller, Ronald Jones, Leonard Fournette, Shetty McCoy. This was the most loaded offense I think I have ever seen on paper. Tom Brady had a great year. They won. So, I mean, I think Blaine Gabbert could have won a Super Bowl with this offense.
That's not true. That's not true.
Bro, this offense was loaded.
That's not.
I mean, how do you mess that up, man?
We had Jameis Winston, and we went 7-9, so you can't say that.
True.
That's because he was throwing an interception every other pass, though.
But you know what? For the last segment, as far as the biggest reason why Tampa Bay won, I should have gave it to Jameis Winston, because without the season he had last year, we wouldn't have been able to get Tom Brady.
That's a good point.
I'm giving the biggest reason to Jameis Winston as to why we won last night.
That's a good point.
Shout out to Jameis. But B, should we now give most of the credit to Tom Brady for the Patriots dynasty?
I don't know, man. And the only reason I say that is because I remember when Tom Brady got hurt that year with his ACL.
Yeah,
and Matt Castle stepped in, and they never missed a beat.
Right.
I've always been consistent that I think that it's more of the system than anything else, because that means you can plug and play. You can take everybody and put them in, but you can't discredit. And I'm not going to discredit Tom Brady like that. Say, oh no, it ain't. Tom ain't had nothing to do with it, because he does. But I think it's just with the Patriots. I think it's both of them. I think it's Bill Belichick taking, especially defensively, taking nothing and turning it into something, and getting them to have very high ranked defenses. That helps a lot. And then you got Tom Brady on the other side of the ball as well. So I think they both helped each other. So I'm not going to give either one of them more credit. I think they together collectively got those 6 rings.
So you ain't gonna give one person more credit than the other?
Mm-mm.
Somebody got to be the lead dog.
I mean,
and I understand Castle had a good year.
They went 11-5 that season.
Did they make the playoffs?
No,
nope.
They didn't
make the playoffs.
They didn't even get a wild card. No,
they went 11-5 and didn't make the playoffs.
The Dolphins won that year with the wild card.
They
Are we
did.
talking about regular season wins? Or are we talking about actual Super Bowl wins? Because I don't know if Matt Castle could have won the Super Bowl. He might have got them to the playoffs. But would he have won a playoff game? Would he have won the Super Bowl? That's a totally different story right there.
Yeah, but like
Yes,
I said,
sir.
I mean, if you go back and you look at all those games, though, Ralph, I mean, it's not that Tom Brady just went out just dominated every game. I mean, he had defense to help him, man. I
Yeah, he
mean,
did, but you just
yeah,
have to answer the question more. Who you give more credit to?
I think they both. I really do. I mean, I've always said that about the Patriots. I think they worked well together, even though they were completely dysfunctional. They probably hated each other. Well,
Yeah,
Tom Brady probably disliked. I don't want to use the word hate.
yeah,
Tom
yeah.
Brady probably disliked Belichick, and Belichick probably just didn't care for anybody. He just wanted to win.
He don't care about
Right.
nobody.
Yeah.
But I just think they worked well together. I think Tom Brady was a great leader. He led that team. He took that team to the Super Bowl without much of anything on the offensive side. I mean, you look at it historically, when have they drafted any receivers? Take Randy Moss out of the equation because he wasn't drafted, and he came there. I don't know if he was traded or came as a free agent. I can't
I
remember.
think he was traded. He was
Traded.
It
He was
was.
traded.
You
They
take
traded
Randy
Michael
Moss out
Bush
of it,
to the
what-
Raiders for Randy Moss.
What running back and what receiver has Tom Brady and the Patriots ever really had? Right.
And that,
Besides Corey Dillon, nobody. I think they won a Super Bowl with Corey Dillon, didn't they?
They
So-
did. They
So
did.
Tom Brady and Bill Belichick took those teams and collectively, turned them into champions, and that's why I give them both credit.
Damn all that. Hey, but
exactly.
damn all that.
It's just my opinion.
Damn all that. Okay, then B. Who gets 51? Who gets 49?
If you forcing me to make a pick, 51-49,
Yes,
then I'm gonna give it to Brady.
Thank you.
Okay.
That's
All
all
right.
we got.
I agree with that. Yeah.
There
I
we
agree
go.
We're
with
on the
that.
same
Man,
boat.
what about you, man? Who gets
wait,
most of the
ju-
credit for Tom? Go ahead.
I just want to say one thing before you get started. We talked about Bill Belichick. People thought that he was going to make Cam Newton relevant again.
Yeah.
It just did not work at all. But it
Man.
goes back to what you said. They never, when they draft, they don't put an emphasis on offensive players.
No,
They never have. The
Never
best
have.
receiver I think Tom Brady had longevity of his career was Julian Edelman. And he was an undrafted quarterback
Yeah.
out of Kent State. So, I fault. I don't know who's running the team up there, General Manager Bill Belichick, what?
Bill Belichick.
Yeah, exactly.
They've got to start. They've got to start drafting better.
But they got-
Otherwise, Mac Jones is going to have a horrible career in New England because that's who they're going to draft.
Well, here's the thing: they got a lot of cap money.
45 million, I think.
They got a lot of cap money. Bill Belichick's gonna
Yeah.
make some. He'll make some moves. Now they still need a quarterback, but they're gonna make some moves.
But
They
see,
gonna
that's
draft Mac
the
Jones.
thing, though. That's the thing, B. They can sign all these free agents, but you ain't got a quarterback.
Absolutely.
Oh, they gonna get a quarterback.
Who Carson
They're gonna get a
Wentz?
quarterback.
I don't know. I don't know.
No,
Sam
Carson Wentz.
Darnold?
No,
No,
Hey,
he's
Carson
gonna
Wentz
fit
going
in
to
with that.
Chicago.
I've been.
Are you ready? You ready for Carson Wentz, B legend? You ready for
Yeah,
Carson Wentz?
man. You know
Chicago?
what? You know what, hot dog, man. You know what? I wish Daniel was on here, man.
He's got, oh, you know what?
If we get Carson Wentz to get a real quarterback, oh, there he is, right there. There he is, right there. I'll be damned. Look, Daniel, listen to me.
good,
Are you
buddy.
listening? You listening? All right.
Yeah, I'm
It's on the tape. If we get Deshaun or we get Carson Wentz, I will officially
Oh my
be
God.
a Bears fan.
Huh.
Ralph, you listen to this.
No.
Yeah,
Hey, look,
I don't even
it's
believe
funny.
that. I don't believe that, man. I don't believe
What?
that. I don't believe it. Ike, man, go ahead, man. Who gets
It's
most of the
funny,
credit?
it's funny because I was going to text you.
What? You just gonna text me what?
Gransbury said, "Shut the hell up." But
We're going to start over.
we can't hear you, Daniel. Go
Let
ahead.
me know who
Ike.
your team is before the
Froze
season.
again.
And going to talk shit to you about the Bears.
Go ahead, Ike. Floor is yours.
Yeah, hey, I said it last year when they first started doing the talks about Belichick and Brady, who was the reason.
Hold on.
I said Brady last year, and then this year just proved me right. You know, you take Belichick's system and you see it didn't work without Brady. Brady went to a whole completely different system, and it worked for him. So you got to give it to Brady. You can't just. I mean, I ain't saying that Belichick's not a good coach because we all know that he is.
Absolutely.
But when you talk
Right.
about those 6 Super Bowls, Brady was the biggest reason. And then you was talking about the not having receivers. That's because Brady makes people around him better.
Absolutely.
Ralph, you sound terrible.
Oh,
No,
and
you don't, Ralph.
You sound terrible, Ralph.
Why do I sound terrible?
You sound terrible.
I know. You know what's funny, Legend?
What it taste like? What it taste like, Ralph?
There's two players that I have not liked their whole entire career, but at the end of their career, I have grown to really like them, and that's Tom
LeBron
Brady
James
and
Tom
LeBron
Brady.
James. And
I knew it.
That's
I told
facts,
you.
man. That's very true, man.
I tell you.
I got one more thing.
You know what? I think LeBron
Go ahead.
James is one of those on my list as well.
Go ahead, Ike.
I got one more thing about the Patriots. We was talking about they need a quarterback. I've been seeing reports that they might be trying to get Jimmy G back again.
I heard that.
Belichick never wanted to let him go.
Yeah, Belichick wanted to keep Jimmy G over Tom Brady, but the owner Kraft wanted to keep Brady.
But you know what that means? They'll be crap again.
Absolutely.
Right.
Jimmy G.
Absolutely.
I hope Chris Jones sees this because Jimmy G is crap.
Chris Jones crap too.
I'm gonna make sure he does. Hey, B Legend. Andrew said y'all give him Roquan Smith and 2 firsts, and you can have him.
Nah.
Nah, no.
Maybe.
That's terrible. I swear, y'all talking about us Cowboys.
I just seen on ESPN that they said that Philly is wanting 2 first-round picks.
They are.
Man, what team in their right mind would give up 2 first-round picks for Carson Wentz?
Hey, man, I tell you what.
He may go to Dallas.
But listen, they said
I'd rather have Dak Prescott all day.
They said Philly's not willing to trade with a team that has a late first-round pick.
I'm with Ralph, man.
Hey, Ike, that means we go to Denver. So they try. They got
hey, they'll take anybody right now.
No, they won't.
They got 6 quarterbacks, right?
Man.
Hey, and all 6 are trash.
Oh my God.
So hold on, Ralph. What do you feel about your Denver Broncos making a trade for Carson Wentz? You like that? You want that?
Not at all, sir. I'm not the biggest fan of Carson. He could turn out to be something, but I haven't seen it.
Nah, he can't. He's
in
trash.
his time in Philadelphia. So I do not want Carson Wentz at all.
Ralph, I swear, man, if you want a UK fan, I think me and you can be best friends.
Hey, Ralph, you know what, Ralph?
What's
you
up,
right.
man?
You right. We got you. We're going to take Carson. We're going to send you Mr. Trubisky.
That's even worse, my brother.
I don't know about that.
You going back?
He may work well in your offense.
I might rather have Mitch.
I think I'd rather have Trubisky too, Ike. I think I'm with you on that.
And then Antoine Young, he said Justin Fields in some mock drafts to the Patriots. Do y'all believe Coach Belichick would draft a quarterback in the first round?
No.
I think he drafts someone in the 6th round that just got out of working at a supermarket.
This guy.
I don't think so, but it would be. I don't know. It'd be very interesting to see what he does.
They got to get a quarterback in there. They found out real quick last year they need a quarterback.
Hey, I also read that they have some interest in Jameis Winston.
I read that too.
I think the Saints are gonna wrap him up.
He would have fit better in their system than Cam Newton. So I mean, give it a shot.
Absolutely, I agree with that, Ralph.
I don't think so. And this is gonna sound disrespectful, but it's not really disrespectful. But I don't think Jameis Winston is cerebral enough for a Bill Belichick offense.
Oh wow, okay.
So I like does he have the talent? Of course, he can do everything that you want him to do as far as throwing the ball. But I think Bill Belichick wants more of and that's why I say there's no disrespect, but a quote unquote smarter type of player, maybe even a game manager versus a guy with a whole
like an Alex Smith type quarterback. Is that what
saying? Something like that. Somebody like that. Because I don't see Jameis.
But you can't. You can't say that, and they brought in Cam Newton.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
Right.
But see, that's what I'm saying. They brought in Cam Newton to try, and then they was like, okay, that's not really.
But it would have been. They would have had a way better season with Jameis instead of Cam.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I don't think Jameis is mentally strong enough for Belichick.
That's a good point, Legend.
I like that better than saying he may not. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Belichick will break you. Will break him.
Oh, absolutely.
But wait a second. Cam Newton's not mentally strong either.
He made it.
Right.
But here's the thing.
I don't respect no man that wears rompers. I do not respect any man that wears rompers.
Here's my thing
That's
about
all I'm
Cam
saying.
Newton. The question on the table with Cam Newton, the real football question is Cam Newton really healthy?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No.
I mean, I think
No.
that's the real question because
Nah,
if you
listen,
just watch
man.
him,
If you step out on that field, if you healthy enough to step out on that field, you are healthy.
You are healthy.
Right.
We
That's
all,
true.
man. Look, we've all played sports. We all know that's how it is, man.
Yeah.
I'm
You
just
step out there, you healthy.
I'm just saying, if you go back and you just watch New England highlights and watch Cam. I mean, when you just watch him throw, I mean, it
Yeah.
looks off.
He broke down over the season for sure.
He's not mentally stable.
He's not.
You seen him when he played for Carolina. If he was having a bad game, he's on the side like this, head down,
Yeah.
towel
That's
over
very
his
true.
head.
That is very true.
Yep,
That is
Tyler
very
Over's
true.
Yeah, Bill Belichick, he ain't going for none of that. But as far as for me, man, I know we got off topic a little bit. I'm gonna give most of the credit to Tom Brady because he's shown that he can go into any system. I know that him and Bruce Arians kind of had to hybrid their systems together, but he's shown that he can go in any system and still is capable of winning. And he's not only a Bill Belichick or a quote unquote system type of guy. He can go pretty much anywhere and win. So I'm gonna give 90% of the credit to Tom Brady. Bill Belichick get 10 because he does the defensive thing. That's about it.
Hello. I'm not gonna be disrespectful like that, but I would.
I am.
My guy just 60-40.
You say 60-40?
I would.
I say 70-30 Tom Brady.
I said 70-30 Brady also.
51-49.
Because they won 6 Super Bowls, and I say about 3 or 4 of them was because of the defense. Especially that Rams game. That was definitely the defense.
That's all I'm saying, hot dog. That's all I'm trying to say.
You're right.
Right.
You're right. You're okay.
Hey, man, keep drinking, man.
85.
I mean, it's just like when they beat the Seahawks, I mean, even though that had nothing to do with Bill
Absolutely
Belichick,
not.
it had more to do probably with Seattle more than anything
Absolutely.
else.
Stupidity. That had to do with stupidity.
Run
You
the
gotta
damn
get
ball.
the man the football. I mean, you can't.
Absolutely.
You don't pass the ball like that. Anyway,
The man got you to the 1 yard line, and then y'all. But anyways,
Yeah.
Goodness gracious.
Next topic.
did
Next topic.
y'all see Russell last night?
I didn't see him.
Yeah.
Oh, you see Russell Sierra last night?
I didn't see him. I didn't see him.
I did.
I was too
Yeah,
busy watching that dominating defense last night. I wasn't paying attention to Sierra in them last night. Speaking of dominating defense, hey, I don't know if you've seen this. I'm gonna put this up here real quick, man. They had a group meeting over the weekend. Well, actually, it was this morning that took place. They had a Tampa Bay kick my ass and they was waiting on Drew Brees to show up. But
Oh, man.
Hey man, and if y'all will remember, I told y'all we are the Tampa Bay Legend Killers, and I'm gonna put this up here. The Buccaneers are the first team ever to be 3 Super Bowl MVP QBs in a single postseason.
I didn't see that. Wow.
Man.
Hey, I see Aaron Rodgers real sad in his picture. I like that. I love that.
Drew Brees, he wasn't healthy. A-Rod,
No excuses.
all you have to do is just run. Just run.
Hey, man.
Just run to the end zone. I don't know what. I guess the defense had him rattled, and then Patrick, you know what happened with Patrick. So
Quit giving those excuses.
Talk to Todd Bowles. Like I said, I give it to the defense. I just cannot. I just refuse to give it to Tom Brady. I can't do it.
As you should.
9 points. But before we
get
to the next topic, let's nip something in the bud real quick. And I know Ike, you probably want to touch on this too a little bit. Everybody complaining about the penalties. Okay, that's fine. Okay, that's a fair point. I get that. But correct me if I'm wrong, because I've only been watching football for a couple of years. I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. When Tampa Bay
you admit it.
When Tampa Bay scores, we kick the ball off. Kansas City gets the ball, right? So don't they get a chance to score?
They do, sir.
Okay, so what the hell does us getting penalties on the offensive side of the ball got to do with KC?
Because it changed the complexity of the game, Q. I mean, when you think about it, when you think about that game, how that game went. So you call that penalty, pass interference on that play before the halftime.
Okay.
Now, that was the worst call I ever seen in my life.
That Mike Evans wasn't going to even catch the ball.
Bro,
Okay. The reason why, hold on. The reason why it's relevant. The reason why it's relevant is because you go into halftime, you're down 14-6 versus 21-6. It changed the dynamics of the game. See, butt cheeks get tight.
Mm-hmm.
It get tight. And so it got 28-6, what was 28-9? By that time,
Hey, wait a second though, man.
Go ahead.
Talk to him. Go ahead.
You saying that we would have win in 14-6 if they didn't call the penalty? We still have the ball.
You would have won. You're right. I
would have kicked the field goal.
We still had one more shot at the end zone.
Listen though, you're at the 50-yard line. Okay, so now just play back. We don't give a damn what you do. Just play back.
Oh, wait a second.
No, they were closer than that.
Wait a second.
No, they weren't.
No. He's talking
No, they
about the one. You talking about the one where Mike Evans was running downfield and the guy reached out and
he didn't reach out. He tripped.
He tripped and he
tripped.
hit his legs.
Okay, but you know the game. You know the game, right? Here's the thing about that. That play there, that was a non-catchable ball.
Wait a second.
You're talking about two different plays, Legend. You're talking about two different plays.
I know which play Legend's
I know what
Legend.
you're talking about.
But you gotta also think he can lay out for that ball too.
He could. You 100% right. I mean,
that's why he got. Now, if it would have been to the point to where he had no chance at all,
he wasn't gonna catch that ball.
You don't know that.
It was in his vicinity.
You don't know that.
No, the issue I had with the only one before half was the one where he threw in the first row of the stands.
Oh, I got another one, hot dog. I got another one, hot dog. The play on Honey Badger. That's not pass interference.
That's the one he's talking about.
That's what I'm talking about.
That's the one that he's talking about.
The one where he overthrew it 10 yards. Gronk wasn't going to catch it, and it went in the first row of the stands. They called it pass interference. That was the worst call I ever seen.
Here's my thing.
The only reason that was a bad call is because where the ball was thrown. If the ball wouldn't have been thrown so high, that's the right call because Honey Badger never turned around.
Never turned his head.
So here's my thing about the calls. My whole thing is this. The calls are what they were. Do I think that they were right on all of them? No. But here's my point. My point, it's the Super Bowl, man. You got to let those guys play. You got to let them play. They didn't let them play. I mean, that first half, they did not let them play. You couldn't do anything. It almost looked like I said in the group text today, it looked like what was Bowles and not Bowles, but whoever it was, Bowles and whoever they coached, Arians went out and told the rest, all right, now here's the deal. You know, they like to get up in you, they like to grab, they like to do that, so y'all need to watch it. Kansas City been playing that way the whole year. And they ain't had no calls like that.
Okay, well, can I say this? So if we're talking about calls and all that, Kansas City can't say nothing. Because if Cleveland should have been there, if they would have made the right call with the helmet to helmet off the goal line.
Absolutely.
So Kansas
agree.
City shouldn't even have been there.
Hey, look, I agree, but I don't use the penalties as an excuse.
And it was still more like Fournette, they had him by his face mask. No call.
Yeah, they totally missed that.
They missed that.
Levante David intercepts the ball. The ball clearly hit under. Guy had his hand under the ball.
Absolutely, yes.
Under the ball. That's an interception.
Well, that's just like when Honey Badger intercepted the ball. Again, game changing. It changed the momentum of the game early in the game. They took that away.
They took it away on a bogus call. How was that bogus?
Man, come on, man.
That one right there.
It wasn't like he grabbed him and pulled him to the ground.
It got to be pulled to the ground.
He's within 5 to 7 yards.
Listen, outside of 5 yards, you cannot grab a man and stop him from running his
No, you cannot. No.
I mean, I
cannot impede his process.
Now, I
don't think it was that serious to call a flag, but that's just my opinion.
I mean, look up what the penalty is, what the pass interference and holding.
I know
it don't matter, man. The refs were not the reason they lost this game. They were not the reason.
You can touch them, but you can't impede the progress.
Rap, don't worry, I'm gonna drink all week, bro. You ain't got to worry about that. I'm drinking all week, bro. You ain't got to worry about that, man. And like I said, man, we don't get here often, but when we do, we blow
We
teams
bust
out.
ass.
We blow teams out. So
Hey, we've been to the Super Bowl twice and we blown both teams out.
I'm gonna get my drink in. But Daniel's on the show, man. We were just talking about Tom Brady. Who do you think should deserve more credit for this the Patriots dynasty? Tom Brady or Bill Belichick?
I probably go 60% Brady, 40% Belichick, because you can't discredit the coaching
See,
that he does. I mean, look how terrible Cam Newton was this year, and they still won 7 games. They really should have won 9. So you can't discredit that. Cam Newton was easily rated. I didn't look at the quarterback rankings, but to me, with his ability that he had this year, he should have been rated in the last 5 quarterbacks in the league, and they still missed the playoffs by 2 games. So I mean, it don't matter how good your offense is if you don't have a quarterback to execute it. Then it's just a good drawn up play. But at the same time, you got to have a coach to put it all together. So I'll probably go like 60% Brady, 40% Belichick.
absolutely.
good.
That's the same number I chose, Daniel.
Fuck.
Yeah.
You heard what I chose, didn't you, Dan?
I got 85,
Nah, I didn't
15.
hear
Hey, Daniel, real quick, man.
51-49.
Don't listen to Charles.
I mean, you can go 55-45.
So let me ask you this. Let me ask you this real quick, Daniel. Do you think the penalties cost the Chiefs the game last night?
Oh, bro, look, I gotta tell it like it is. I played football. What I'm telling you is, you can talk about the penalties. Take away 2 touchdowns from the Bucs. All right, cool.
We
That's
still
not
win.
how it would have played out, because there's a lot of plays in between that could have changed if you take away those 2 touchdowns. But still, just say you take away 2 of them. They still lose 17-19. You're not going to win a Super Bowl or almost any game unless you got the 2000 Buccaneers defense scoring 9 points. At the end of the day, like I brought this up in 2019 when the Rams offensive line first got horrible. I brought it up 2 weeks ago when the Bills couldn't block for Josh Allen. I said, if you throw the ball 47 times, you get pressured 27 times, you get sacked 5 times, you're not going to the game and you're not going to have a good game. 2 weeks later, you watch Mahomes look just like Josh Allen looked in the AFC Championship.
Absolutely.
So it don't matter. Like the calls, you can say whatever you want to. That's a good excuse, but they just got outplayed in every facet of the game.
Hey man,
But Mahomes did play good to be under that duress.
Man,
He did play good to be under duress
4
like
for
that,
12 on third downs with his QBR was like 11 on third downs.
It was
The
an
Bucs
ugly
defense
game.
is the
But you got
reason
to
they
factor in the
won
drop
flat
too.
out.
Yeah. Hey, man. I
Flat
said,
out.
man, Devin White, man, he was a Shaq Barrett, Levante David. Like it like
JPP, but but a lot of people ain't giving the credit, man. Getting Vita Vea back was
was
huge for our team.
Oh,
Yep.
absolutely.
That opened up the edge rushers for us, man.
Yep.
huge.
He
Yep.
Yep.
he demands 2
I'm
of those
glad you
linemen
said
to stop to try to
Yeah.
grab him.
Yeah, no, that's a great point. Vita Vea coming back for the NFC Championship and the Super Bowl was huge for us, man.
And Winfield Jr.
and
coming back
Winfield,
for the Super Bowl, man.
Yep.
peace out. Even though he shouldn't have got flagged for that 15-yard penalty, but it is what it is. So, anyways, man, moving on to the next topic. Who has a better chance of making it back to the Super Bowl next season? We know the free agency, trades, and everything like that play a part into it. We get all of that. But as far as the team stand right now, Ralph, who has a better chance of making it back to the Super Bowl?
I'm sorry, legend. But I'm listen. If y'all got Tom Brady for another year, y'all got that same defense that looked like a damn near number 1 defense in the NFL last night. They held, some people would say, the best quarterback to 9 points. I got to go with Tampa Bay.
I like the way you think, Ralph. I like the way you think, man. Hot dog.
Oh,
Who has a
God.
better chance of making it back next season, Tampa or the Chiefs?
I gotta go Tampa Bay. They probably go keep this same team intact. I don't know if Antonio Brown or Gronk or these guys will be back, but that defense should be back. So, and I think they'll be better next year. So, I say Tampa Bay will be back.
Daniel, who you got? Who has a better chance?
Man, I want to start by saying the number defensive line performance of the playoffs was the Rams against Russell Wilson last
God.
night. I got to give
Lord.
all credit to Todd Bowles. I'm saying he was running for his life all night, so I got to give credit to Todd Bowles, defensive guy. What people didn't realize is no matter what it looked like, he was only rushing 4% of the time. They just came from all different directions. Sometimes he dropped two linemen in cover, so I got to give credit to that. But for me, I think Kansas City will make some moves. So I mean, I guess I'll go with the Bears, but not by like a landslide. It's 70% chance, and the Kansas City only has 30. Because you got to think, not only did they lose those two tackles, but they also had their guard opt out for the season before the season started. They lost
That's
Damian
true.
Williams. They lost a few other players, and they're gonna make some moves in the off. So
Oh yeah.
I do think the Buccaneers, but again, probably 60%, 40%. You know what I'm saying?
Uh,
And Tom Brady
I
could turn into Peyton Manning next year. You never know. So
I'm gonna let you go
Oh
last
man.
since you the guest, man. But I'm gonna say Tampa for this standpoint is, and I hate to bring this up, and I really don't want to bring this up, but it seems fitting for the conversation. Um, it's the LeBron effect, and what I mean by that is that players who are on their last legs in the NFL, like a Richard Sherman, those type of players, are gonna want to play with Brady just to give themselves a chance to make
To
one
win a
last
to run a
run.
ring.
Yeah, to make one last good run at it, and they're not worried about salaries or none of that. So I do give Tampa Bay probably a better chance. And in NFC, the only team you got to worry about is the Rams and Green Bay versus the AFC. You have the Bills, the Ravens, who else? The Dolphins are on the climb. Like you have so many more teams
The
in the AFC.
Browns.
You have so many more teams in the AFC to worry about in the NFC. So I like Tampa's chances of getting back, man. What you say? Bro? Who has a better chance?
Me, man,
Facts.
I honestly like me just
Look at
being
B.
all the way, me being all the way real. I think they both got a chance. I think they both gonna be back.
Okay, so you
Here
said
I
y'all go.
really
His
do.
politically correct answer.
I really think that it's gonna be a rematch. I
that
think
was
it's gonna
good.
be a rematch. And guess what's gonna happen? The same thing.
Same thing.
The
Same
same
thing,
thing.
B.
Hey,
Same thing,
Q.
B.
But
Go ahead,
hey,
B.
I also talking that tackle that tore his Achilles last 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
He won't be playing next season. Maybe he might get to come back real late if they make it deep in the playoff. But trust
Yeah.
me, I
You're
know
right.
I've
You're
I've
right.
ruptured I've ruptured both of my Achilles. I know how long it takes to
Ooh.
come back.
And then you think about it, he's 300 plus pounds, so you know it's a lot of weight on your Achilles. So yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
He ain't playing next season.
Nah, he ain't playing. B,
No.
who you got, man? Who has a better chance of making it back next season? Here we go. Here we go with the bull.
He ain't gonna be honest. He ain't gonna be real.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna be. You know me. I'm gonna be honest,
who you got?
man. Me go piss everybody off. Both my boys.
There we go, man. See, here we go with
Oh
the bull.
gosh.
Hey man,
Jesus.
Here we
he
go.
can't give up on his son.
Man, put them
He
boys
can't
up
do
for
that.
adoption.
No,
Hold on,
no,
B.
real talk. I
Let me
mean,
put this
look,
up for you.
I truly, in all
turn them
seriousness, I
damn
mean,
hot
I
dog.
think
Hey Q, show him something. Show him my photo real quick.
Hold on. Before I do that, let me show you something else real quick, B. This is what they have the power
let
rankings for
me
next.
answer. Let me answer.
We got
Go ahead.
KC, Buffalo, Green Bay, Tampa
Yeah,
Bay,
that's about right. That's about
Ravens, Browns, Seahawks, 49ers, and Titans are rounded out. So I just want to put that up there for you real quick. Go ahead, B.
That's about right. I
You got
mean,
Tampa Bay behind Green Bay. Why?
because they're bad man.
They shouldn't have us behind
Oh
nobody because
God.
We took care of that bad man
No.
twice.
we
I know,
disrespected that bad man twice.
I know. But in all seriousness, man, I mean, I think the Rams are going to be competitive next year with them, and I also think that I don't know what's going to happen in with the Saints. I because Drew 1 minute he retired, 1 minute he ain't. I don't know what's going to happen, and I always look at the Saints, because you didn't have a healthy Michael Thomas. That makes a very big difference. I'm not saying they win the game, I'm just saying that makes a very big difference because Michael Thomas just wasn't healthy this year.
Quit making.
They got to
those
get some
excuses,
receivers
man.
down there. They got to get some receivers down
These ain't
there.
excuses. These are
Quit-
facts. Come on, Ike. I mean, they beat them twice, so it's not like I'm making excuses.
Hey, but then we can say Mike Evans wasn't healthy when
He
in both
didn't
times
show
we
up
played.
He didn't show up in the game.
He wasn't healthy.
I get it.
So you can't say that about Michael Thomas.
I was just making a general statement about the Saints as a team. That's all I'm saying.
Nah, you talk about Michael Thomas.
Anyway.
Come on, man. He stepped on.
I think that Green Bay is going to make moves and get better. So I think that my point is, I think the NFC is going to be tough. That's my point. And in the AFC, I think AFC is a two-man race. It's Buffalo, Kansas City.
Between who?
Man, you can't not discredit Cleveland, man. Cleveland's on the rise, man.
Hey, listen to me.
Cleveland has a lot of free agents. A lot of free agents.
I know, but as long as you got Baker Mayfield quarterback,
I know. It's a question mark.
So I don't question their defense. I think their defense is solid. I agree with you, Hot Dog. I think they're gonna get some other players. But as long as you got Baker Mayfield, there's no way. It's just how. I just don't believe it.
Baker Mayfield had your son beat.
And my son got the game.
They just didn't get the call. They just
he got the game, man. So we can't really comment on that. He was out the game.
He got put out. No, he wasn't out the game. He got put out the game.
Now, I get it.
That's a difference, bro.
If he's playing the game, man, I didn't be that close. All right? So back to the question. I think I do. I really do, and it's not a hater thing. I just think that Tampa Bay is going to have a rough way. I'm not saying they're not going to get there. I'm just saying they're going to have a more difficult time getting there than I think Kansas City will. Just because of what they're going to have to go through versus what Kansas City going to have to go through.
I don't know, man.
They're going to go through the gauntlet. That's what you're saying.
That's what I'm saying.
Road. I think Kansas. I'm going to put this back up here real quick. You got Buffalo. You got the Ravens, Browns, Titans. I think their road is a little bit more. I don't know why they got the 49ers up there. What the hell? But anyways,
they're garbage. They're garbage.
Yeah, I don't.
They don't get healthy again. They gotta get a quarterback, but they gonna let them get Deshaun.
Now, if they get Deshaun, that's a totally different conversation.
Also, man, talking about Kansas City, Ty Bowes just showed teams how to beat Kansas City.
No.
He did lay down.
Absolutely.
You double up.
Coaches and teams make adjustments. You think Andy Reid ain't gonna make no adjustments?
He didn't last night.
He didn't last night.
They went into halftime.
No, he didn't last night. No,
he didn't last night. But I guarantee you, next year they're gonna make. And I'm not even a Kansas City Chief fan.
Nah, man. Hey, he went into halftime wait for the buffet. He didn't make no adjustments.
Hot dog.
I bet he ain't on TikTok. I bet he ain't on TikTok doing all that dancing.
Right. Andy Reid went into halftime. I don't know what to tell y'all, fam. Just throw the ball, I guess.
Just throw the ball. Somebody catch it, please.
Hey, Mahomes was on the ground and they showed a close up to him after getting hit. He looked like it.
He was sad. He was real sad.
Mahomes was making parallel. Did you see them parallel throws?
Hey, not at one where he was laid out like that and threw the ball. And it hit
he should have caught that
face mask.
I don't know who threw it to him. He should have caught that though.
It was Williams. You know, those things change the game, man. Catch that, change the game.
Hey,
but he didn't catch it.
You know what the best pass of Mahomes was? I'm gonna show y'all a clip real quick. This was the best pass of Mahomes right here.
Oh my god.
My
God,
like
a pretzel, man.
Jesus, it's a miracle he got up after that.
Hey, that's the one. That's the one I'm talking about.
The Mahomes, Conor McGregor pick.
That was cute.
Oh, that was comedy.
Yeah, I should love that, man.
Hey, but
all right, that's all right. Get y'all laughs in. That's all right. We will be back.
We will too. We'll see there.
Just a little fact. Tampa's defense held opponents to under 20 points on the average in this postseason, and they scored. And the offense scored over 30.
Next year, run with kids too.
Kids toys. Who brought the kids toys? Who rounds with that? I can tell you Andrew's comments for the people who are listening again.
Kids toys. Who's that?
The
He said, I can tell you ain't
Cowboys.
doing nothing next year.
Oh.
Round kids
The
toys.
He's probably
Cowboys.
talking about the Cowboys. He's probably talking
Is.
about us.
Okay.
I'm not even worried about no Eagles, man.
Hey.
They don't know what they're doing with their quarterback situation. I ain't worried
Hey
about
man,
the
listen, I hate the Cowboys, but they're gonna be
I
better
like
than the
that
Eagles.
truck. I appreciate
Thank you,
it.
Ike. Thank you, Ike.
You know
The
what?
Thank you,
Eagles
Ike.
are
I know, Ike, Jalen gonna come to his own, man.
Shit.
Hey man, we all see
Did the
what they
Cowboys
do.
not beat them by 4 touchdowns with Jalen Hurts in there?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, did I miss something? Hey, we got a next topic because there's something I want to bring up on this show.
Yeah, let me ask you this real quick while we're on the Eagles. Who does Carson Wentz get traded to, Ralph, real quick? Who's he get traded to? Who you see? Because you know the trade talks are he's going to be traded real soon.
Can't ask Ralph. Ralph on Denver to have a quarterback. So
I don't want Carson Wentz, legend. Please leave me alone. But I'm gonna say the Colts.
I said, leave me alone.
What about you, Hot Dog? Who do you think Carson Wentz gets traded to?
Wait, Ralph, what was your answer?
The
He
Colts.
said Colts.
What was Ralph's answer?
Colts.
Oh, I'm gonna go with the Bears.
Bears. What about you, B Legend? Who's Carson Wentz get traded to?
I say the Colts.
Colts. Daniel, who you got?
That's my second choice.
Let's see. Who you
I
got.
think the
Colts.
Bears are more desperate. They'll give up more. The Colts GM is a little stingy, so I'm gonna go with the Bears, man. They don't want to give up too much for Carson Wentz.
Nah.
Bears.
As you shouldn't.
Got two Bears. What about you,
Nope.
Ike? Who you see trade for Carson?
Yeah, I got the Colts also, man. They gotta have They gotta have some kind of quarterback, man. I mean, they got the team around them that can win.
Absolutely, yeah.
That can win
got
now.
Jacoby.
They just gotta have a quarter. I thought they were gonna go after Stafford, but they didn't.
Yeah, I did too.
So
That would have been a
now
good
it's like,
move.
if
Go give Jacob Eason a chance. I like Jacob
What?
Eason in college. Give him a
Oh
chance.
yeah,
Give
that's
him a chance.
that is the rumor. That is the rumor.
But
Give him
yeah,
a chance, man.
But Coach Truck said the rumors are Luck is coming
They
back.
got
So if
Brissett.
Luck comes back, then what does that leave Carson Wentz?
Did you see those leaked text messages between his wife and a friend?
Yeah.
That
Yeah,
Luck
I
met
seen
with Ursa over the weekend?
Yeah.
I loved Andrew Luck, man. I love to see him back for real.
If Andrew Luck comes back, then I would say the Wentz goes to the Bears. I mean, he could go to the Cowboys. I mean, shit, they need somebody.
We're not getting Carson Wentz, man. I'm taking Dak Prescott
But
and a
I
bag of
think-
Pringles over
I think
Carson
Daniel
Wentz.
brought up a good point. I just think the Bears might be a little bit more desperate and willing to give up.
And they
to
have
get
showed they're
Wentz,
willing to
so,
give up
yeah.
a lot for a big player. So yeah, I'm with Daniel on
I
that.
think you might be right on this one, Daniel. I think they're desperate for a quarterback. They have almost everything else in place, so they're willing to push all the chips in and try to get Carson Wentz.
Yeah.
I don't know how that's going to work out for B's Chicago Bears, though.
Hey, now this talking about the Colts. I also read reports that they were looking at Trubisky and Jameis Winston as options.
Now, I haven't seen nothing about Trubisky, but I did see Jameis Winston option. But I didn't see nothing about Trubisky.
I heard. I saw.
Hey, Dawson, I'll send it to you.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, it was talking about both of them in the same article.
Yeah, I mean, I heard about the rumors about Trubisky going to Denver. That was real. John Elway was on the phone with his agent.
Hey,
well,
Legend,
John Elway don't know
Ralph.
talent, so he probably
Legend. If that
He
happens,
really don't. I swear he don't. This
He
man
don't.
won 2 Super Bowls and he don't know how to get anybody in there.
he cannot
Hey.
evaluate QB talent at all.
No,
Hey,
he's
Legend,
like Michael
if that
Jordan of football,
happens-
man.
Legend, if that happens,
What?
Ralph is gonna be at your doorstep.
Man, right. Hey, real quick, I gotta ask this
Go ahead.
question.
If all else
Now,
fails,
now, me
Go
and Daniel were talking about this on the group page last week. How is it that all we heard about was Jamal Murray in the bubble playoffs last year, and this man ain't even the top 10 in All-Star voting?
Oh my God!
But Klay Thompson was 10th, and he ain't played in 2 years. I
Because
want
of
to know where in the world
popularity-
Jamal
because of
Murray is a
popularity
superstar.
Yeah, that's
It's a
come
popularity
on.
thing, man. It's
Trey
just-
Benson.
Somebody please explain
Trey
this to me.
Benson.
Where Trey at?
Hey, Daniel
Popularity,
cooks
hot dog.
every time Murray has a bad game. I know Daniel's probably cook. I already know every
Bro,
time.
Murray ain't even averaging 20 points a
Hey,
game.
out 3 weeks though.
So
Well,
I just want to know how that
hot
works.
They
dog.
said he was a
You know what, hot
superstar.
dog? The other
I
part,
told
the
y'all
other
the
part.
bubble.
Go ahead, Dan.
Go ahead, Legend. I want to hear what Legend has to say.
No, I mean the other part
I
of that.
said I
Man,
told him
go ahead.
when the bubble was over. Go ahead. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
go ahead, Daniel. Go ahead. You got it.
I
Somebody
was just
go.
saying. I told him. I just told him a lot of players' performances was going to be different once they got out of the bubble. I mean, I'm a Lakers fan. The Lakers won the championship. Credit to them. We tied with the Celtics, but I don't know if the Lakers would have won if we were playing in a regular format. And I don't think a lot of players that excelled in the bubble would play like that in the regular format. I said Jamal Murray was one of them. Had Jamal Murray had a game? Has he even had a? He might have had a 30-point game. I don't know, but has he had a game over 30 points all season and we
He
games in? So that's what
he
I'm
does
saying. I
not
just
lead
tried
his
to
team.
say he was a
He does not lead his
superstar
team
that
in
he's
any
not.
statistical category. It's the Joker's
Mm,
team. Jamal Murray is just along for the ride.
I mean, I agree with that.
yeah.
I
Right.
mean,
That's
but here's the thing. Here's the thing, though. When you look at the West and you look at all your all your guards in the West. I mean, where does Jamal Murray stack up? I mean, he's not. He's not. I mean, he's not a top 5 guard in the West.
No.
I mean, he's just not.
Not guarding the division.
I mean, he's not. So when you talk about the All Star thing, I mean, yeah, he's not going to be listed because you got point guards and
but
shooting guards. He's not going. He's
but
not. He's
Legend.
not gonna be listed.
But Legend, my question is, how is Klay Thompson 10th? He ain't played in 2 years.
Popularity.
The
It's
fan, the
about
fans
it's the
do, the
fans
fans do
voted,
that every
man.
year.
The
They do
fans
that all
vote.
the time. They done.
Yeah.
But
I
They,
how
remember
you
they
gonna
was
vote this?
voting in
They
Yao
voted the
Ming
starter.
every year, and Yao Ming wasn't even
But
playing. They
bro,
just was
but bro,
voting
my
him in
yeah,
every
thing
year
is
nah,
though.
Yao
I
Ming
mean, I mean,
led in votes and was
and
out.
wasn't playing. That's
right.
what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
But of course,
Popularity.
you know, Ralph Donovan Mitchell is 5th in All Star voting. I just
Hey
wanted to
man,
bring that
I'm
up.
not
hey,
I
Donovan
hate
Mitchell's
Louisville with
killing.
a passion, but Donovan Mitchell is a killer, man.
He's a
He's
cook. He's a
killing.
cook.
You know what?
But they ain't going nowhere. They ain't gonna win nothing.
Since y'all brought up, well, they got the best record in the West right
They
now.
ain't gonna win
Actually, in the
nothing.
Absolutely.
whole
I
NBA.
thought they had the best record in the league.
I was gonna say actually in the whole
In the
NBA.
league.
Yeah.
Yeah. So since y'all brought up the All Star game, should the NBA have the All Star game? Me personally, I'm gonna kick it off. I'm gonna say hell no, they shouldn't. I see it as a money grab by the owners. They feel like, okay, we got them to do 72 games. Let's
Yeah.
see if we can squeeze in an exhibition game to get some more revenue up out of them.
Yeah.
So I think it's a money grab by the owners. The NBA players are gonna do it. My thing is who's gonna go, because I feel like some of the top tier players are gonna sit out because at the beginning of the season, Adam Silver told them there will be no All Star game, but then now they're saying there will be All Star game. So now the players are like, "Hold on, I thought you told us we was going to have a week off because we only had 2 months off in order to get back to the regular season." So I think that it's just a money grab for the owners being greedy, and also it's going to be in Atlanta, which is a hot spot for COVID. And then it's like
Oh
the NBA.
God.
It's like the NBA is contradicting itself. They have these COVID protocols,
Yep.
but then they're gonna have an NBA All Star game in one of the COVID hotspots. And then also, as we know, the All Star game is about the fans. So, are y'all inviting fans in? How many fans are y'all gonna have in the game? Are y'all gonna do the All Star like dunk contest? If y'all gonna do that, it just don't make no sense to me. I really wish they wouldn't do it, but that's just my thoughts on it. Ralph, what's your thoughts on the should the NBA have the All Star game?
I think I totally agree with everything you're saying. I think a part of the All Star game, it is about the fans. So you got the dunk contest, you have no fans there. Where's the excitement? You got the game, you have no fans there. Where's the excitement? So, and I think it's just selfish of the owners when we have this COVID thing going on, and you just putting your players in a risky situation for absolutely no reason other
No
than
reason.
money. So we all know that they shouldn't do it, but we don't control it, and it's a business at the end of the day. So it's all about the money.
And it's in Atlanta, so we know what the players are gonna do at night. So you putting the
Right.
players at risk of, you got all these players, you got all what 15, 20 top players in the NBA. Somebody contracts them, takes it back to their team, and it's like you got a whole different situation you got going on. It just don't
Lemon
make
Oh
pepper
yeah.
Lou, let's get it.
They
sense.
just going to get some wings.
Yeah, oh, okay, yeah, okay. But hot dog, man, what's your thoughts, man? Should the NBA have an All-Star game?
Nah, man, I think they should let these players have this week off, man. Get some rest. This All Star weekend's for the fans, and they probably won't let any in. So, I mean, what's the point?
Yeah. What's the point? What about you, B?
I mean, I don't think they need to have it. I think it's, I think everybody's saying the same thing. I think it's a waste of time. I mean, they'll have fans there. They won't have a lot. I mean, but they're gonna have to have fans there, but it ain't the same. And I hope players say, you know what? Hey, I appreciate being voted onto the All-Star team, but I ain't playing.
Don't you get penalized for that?
Yeah,
Don't
no,
they get penalized?
they said the fine is hefty.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Oh,
That's
really?
why. Yeah, that's
De'Aaron
why they
Fox
said.
said something
That's why
about
they're.
that.
Well-
That's why they're all saying that they're if they get chosen that they will show up even
Yeah,
though
'cause
they
they
don't
get-
want to
they
be
get
there. They
fined.
said because the fine is so hefty
Yep.
that they
Well,
can
I
take
was
that hit.
going to say maybe Jamal Murray will get on the All-Star team if a lot of these
Man,
players
leave
not there.
Jamal alone.
What's your
man.
limit?
I'm just saying. Maybe he'll get to play on the All-Star team.
So historically, when guys have been chosen to play the All-Star game historically, and they haven't played, sometimes because they're injured, so they can't play. So that coach has to pick another player. So what you're saying is there weren't. I can't remember. Were there people who decided not to play before?
I'm thinking about that
I
too.
can't remember.
I don't ever recall somebody sitting out just for the sake of sitting out.
Yeah. Other than injury, I've never seen that before.
I couldn't remember. I don't know.
No, I have to agree.
Yeah, we gotta go then.
Man, yeah, they said it's hefty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That sounds like a $500,000 fine right
I
there.
think. Hey, if
Yeah.
I'm not mistaken, I believe it's what I heard. It's
500,000?
500,000.
Mm-hmm.
But that's insane. I mean, you put these guys in a bubble for what 90 days, 90 how many days, and they can't see their families and all this other stuff. But then you want to now they're all in their individual places, and now you want to take them and put them all in one spot. I know they're gonna test them to death. I get that.
Yep.
They're gonna test the shit out of them.
Yeah.
But I mean, they may not. I mean, is that right? I mean, I'm surprised the Players Association ain't stepping in on this one.
Man,
They're the ones who agreed to it.
Yep.
Even
Even
testing them a lot doesn't mean that because you
Not
could get
at all.
you
Right.
could get tested too early and have a false negative,
Yep.
or you could get tested right now and then come in contact with somebody 5 minutes later.
Yeah,
Yep.
Like
it's terrible.
they're wrong for putting these people in
They
this
are.
kind of situation,
Absolutely.
man. Because
Absolutely.
not only like then it affects the regular season. So say all these all-stars go and someone ends up testing positive after the game, and now they all have to quarantine.
Yeah,
you
And
got
now-
15
every last one of them.
players quarantined now.
Yep.
Every last one of them got a
And
quarantine.
then it's not just them, it's because they're gonna be so if they come in contact at this game and then the next day they're around their teammates in practice
Are their families, man?
or their families or anything, you put so many people in danger. It's crazy.
It is, man. The owners don't care. They just want that bottom dollar, bro. It's all about that bottom
Right.
dollar.
Absolutely.
What about you, Daniel, man? What's your thoughts?
Like I said, I think it's dumb. LeBron said it was a slap in the face. De'Aaron Fox said it was stupid. I mean, I just like you said, what's the point of having all these COVID trials, not letting people leave a bubble for so many months? And then you're like, we need an all-star game. Atlanta's been wide open for the last 6 months. Strip clubs, everything open. Fans will want to come travel there and they spread COVID. And the dumbest thing is like, bro, at the end of the day, these players like LeBron, people like that, LeBron's age, or maybe people just under LeBron, Kawhi, people like that, they might not go nowhere. But it's like 25 Donovan Mitchell's age, they're going to go somewhere. They
Absolutely.
might go to the strip club, but they're going to go somewhere, and somebody's going to get COVID.
No,
then
man,
they're gonna
Don's
have
a
to
good
sit out
Christian
multiple
boy. He
games.
ain't going nowhere. He gonna stay in his hotel where
Hey,
he
man.
belongs.
No, I'm saying not him. I'm just saying,
Man, those wings
his
are so
age- I'm
good
just
that
saying
they
his
all
age
gonna
range.
be there.
I can sell it, man. So they gotta go, man.
They gotta
have no
go.
choice.
Those wings are that good.
Okay.
Man, stop it.
They are good. They ain't that good.
Daniel, man, you have your upper echelon players like KD, LeBron, Kawhi. They gonna pretty much just chill at the hotel.
Yep.
If you have your first time all stars and all that type, they gonna want to go out, party a little bit. And we all know what Atlanta's known for. So
Absolutely.
you already know what's about to happen down there, man. It's about to
Right.
be COVID and lap dances for everybody, man.
Everybody.
LeBron and them gonna be there too, man. Don't get there twisted, man. LeBron, KD, Kawhi might be the only one that won't go because he's weird. He's weird like that.
They said he's weird.
Hey, it ain't
He's
that.
silly.
I can hear Kawhi now when everybody gets COVID.
Yeah.
Man.
I was gonna say I can hear Kawhi now. When everybody gets COVID, he don't go to the strip club. All you gonna hear Kawhi do is look at the results and say,
Hey, that was spot on, Daniel. That was spot on, man.
Oh man. Oh man. But
Oh,
yeah,
man.
oh, great show today, fellas, man. I appreciate everybody who tuned in and kicked it with us and watched, the whole entire show. Y'all had to watch B Legend eat crow, watch
Absolutely.
both of his sons, you know what I'm saying, take L's over the past month. But before we do leave, man, somebody sent me this picture I wanted to post up here real quick.
Come on now.
Yeah. That was my dad right there, man.
Hey,
It's your pops
Uncle
right
Shay
there.
Shay.
That was my pops right there.
So
You
we,
need to protect your uncle, Q.
Hey,
Huh?
Q.
You
Q.
protect your uncle.
hey, we ain't talking right now.
Show that last picture that I sent you, Q.
Which hold on, you talking about this one right here?
No, the one that had the 3 of them.
The 3 of them? Hold on, let me go back and look. While I look for this picture,
Hey, how bad did Skip
sent it
cook
in a
on
text.
Shannon today?
I didn't see it. I ain't saw it yet.
It wasn't too bad,
it wasn't
man.
too
It
bad.
wasn't too bad. Skip is just a Tom Brady lover. So anytime
Yeah.
Tom Brady does anything,
Oh, yeah.
Tom Brady can do
Brady,
anything.
Patrick Jr. with that.
Thomas Edward Brady.
Hey,
Goodness gracious.
but
ridiculous.
Shannon's that way about Mahomes
He is.
too, though.
No, Shannon's that way about LeBron.
Hey,
LeBron.
Ron.
Oh
Oh
yeah,
my
definitely
God.
about LeBron.
I'd be like, look, Shannon Sharp.
LeBron.
We know he's good, man. Damn.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, he's a little obsessed over
LeBron,
LeBron. He's a little
Hey,
obsessed.
that's why I couldn't wait for Mahomes to lose.
Bron. Oh,
But that's why I wrote in the group text. I was like, it was
Hey,
3
legend.
faces I wanted to see.
You a
It was
fool,
Nick
legend.
Wrights, it was Shannon Sharps, and it was B Legend, man. Y'all the biggest Mahomes fans I know.
Right.
Man. Y'all rap for y'all.
hey, but Ralph, I've been that way since day one, haven't
You
I?
have, sir. You have.
I've been that way from day one, and I ain't wavering. I'm gonna come back
Q,
next
you
year.
found that picture, man?
Next year, I'm gonna come
get
back
it
and I'm
uploaded.
still talk the same thing. One of my kids gonna get the MVP.
One thing that Mahomes is going to learn after this year, it's very hard to get back to the Super Bowl. And just remember
Hey,
I said
but
that.
you know what? He's
Remember I
gonna
said
learn a
that.
lot. He's gonna learn a lot from it, Ralph.
I don't think he's going to be back next year, man.
He's gonna make a bet.
Oh,
Well,
wow. Who do you think's going to get there?
Out of the
that's some other
AFC, it's
stuff.
so up in the air. But
Josh
I don't
Allen.
think, I just don't think the Chiefs will be there next year, man.
Honestly, man, I think Mahomes got humbled last night. Not to say he was cocky or anything like that, but I think he came into
I don't think he's a cocky guy. I really don't.
I don't think he's a cocky guy, but I think he came into it with an air of arrogance, like, man, we got
He
this.
did. Man, he did.
Yeah.
I think he got humbled last night. Like, damn, shit, hold on, man.
Hold on now.
Shit, hold on. Can y'all block somebody just one time?
Nah, I talked to him, man. He's in the gym. He was in the gym earlier.
He's in the gym already.
Yeah, man. He wait.
Man,
We'll be back. We'll be back.
Hey, when they
is this the picture right here?
show
IQ?
Mahomes' eyes,
Yes, sir.
Oh, man. Stop it.
I
Don't
made
do that
that
to my
just.
guy, Drew.
I made it just for everybody.
Hey,
to
stay
see.
farm models.
Hey,
Y'all got it right now, man. Enjoy it.
Man.
Enjoy it.
Hey,
man,
B,
listen.
I'm enjoying the hell out of this all week long,
Hey,
bro.
keep drinking,
Enjoy
man.
it. Enjoy
Keep
it.
drinking.
Hey, legend. Every single week from now to the start of next season, I'm either making a post in the group and tagging your name in it. Every show, I'm commenting.
Hey.
I don't care if y'all talking about baseball. I'm bringing up the Bucs.
It's
Oh, man,
well
let him
deserved,
know.
man. Well deserved.
I got. Hey, so we can ready to get on up out here. Ike, you got something you want to say to the people before we get on up out here, man?
Go Bucs. Repeat. Oh,
Hey,
and
Wait a minute, I got a
Tyreek.
question for Ike.
go ahead.
Ike, what made you a Bucs fan?
Man,
Good question.
I became a Bucs fan back in the 90s, man, when with Sapp and Dungy first got around.
I was
Okay,
just
that's
wondering what
good.
makes someone a Bucs fan. I don't understand.
Hey, Ralph,
Well,
what made you a
now
Broncos fan?
listen, this is what it was with me for real. It's everybody in my family was a Pittsburgh Steelers fan, and
Oh,
most of
Lord.
my friends,
I'm sorry to hear that.
most of my friends was Cowboys fans. Like everybody was a fan of teams who was winning a lot. That was either San
Right, yeah.
Francisco, Cowboys, Steelers. I didn't want to be a bandwagon guy. I didn't want to be a fan of
I can respect
somebody
that.
who was already winning. So I found a team who, I just watched some of the games and I was like, man, I like their style, you know,
Oh.
and I ran with them. Ralph been knowing me
Man,
for a long time.
Yeah,
He know
the
me.
only reason
he always been a Bucks fan, man. He always
So,
been foolish.
so if that's the case, Ralph, hot dog, Ralph, why are you a Broncos fan? Hot dog, why are you a Cowboys fan?
when I was growing up, that was all that was on TV. The Cowboys were on TV every week. So that's why I became a fan.
For me, it was John Elway and Terrell Davis.
What about you, Daniel? How did you become a Rams fan?
Actually, when I grew up, I didn't have a team when I was like a real young kid. I just liked Barry Sanders. And then when they wasn't bringing Barry Sanders no help, I started looking elsewhere. I always liked Isaac Bruce as a wide receiver because I'm similar to Ike. I didn't want to like Jerry Rice. I didn't want to like Jerry Rice or Michael Irvin, so I liked Isaac Bruce. They drafted my guy Torrey Holt out of NC State, which I'm a Florida State college football fan, so I got to see him play a lot. And then they just happened to trade Marshall Faulk to the Rams.
Yeah.
So I was
bet they
really
regret
like,
that.
you know what I'm saying? I liked them 2 years before they got Marshall Faulk, but when they got Marshall Faulk, man, you couldn't tell me shit.
That was game
man.
over.
Hey, legend.
Then
So
then Nelly dropped, and it was a wrap.
St. Louis.
Hey, legend. So legend.
Huh.
So legend. How did you become a Chiefs, Packers,
All
Bears
right.
fan?
I'm gonna tell y'all the real deal. I'm gonna tell you the real deal. So when I grew up in Chicago, I was a Bears fan. True story. That's when they had Peyton and all that. I was a Bears fan. Then they just started doing what Chicago does, dismantling teams. I just got pissed off and I stopped liking the team. So then from there, I went and I became a San Francisco fan. So I was a San Francisco Giants fan.
Oh, wow.
Right? I mean, a San Francisco 49ers fan. But then Prime came. So wherever Prime went, I was a Prime fan. So, yeah, I was a Dallas fan for a while when Prime played for Dallas. I was a Dallas fan, right?
What are you about, Ralph?
Yeah,
Calm down up there.
So then I left them, and then I was actually a Raiders fan because I liked Charles Woodson. Right?
Legend.
I'm
Working my friend.
Did you like?
Hey, he's
did you
working my
like?
friend.
That's what I was going to say. What?
Hold on, Ralph. Hold on.
Did you like the Redskins when Prime was there?
Did he go to the Ravens too?
Down there,
That was a short period of
And the
time.
Ravens.
And he went to the Ravens.
He went to the Redskins, then he went to the Ravens,
And he retired after the Ravens.
Yeah, he was on the down end. But yeah, Ralph, I'm serious. I was, I like Charles Woodson. The game where they played Tom Brady. The Tuck rule. Because Charles Woodson should have went, to the Super Bowl that year. So that didn't happen. And then after that, I became Peyton Manning. I was a Peyton Manning guy because I just love Peyton Manning, how he controlled the offense.
Hey, I don't want to interrupt. I don't want to interrupt you, man. So you was a Charles Woodson fan.
Yeah,
that means you was a fan of them when we beat their ass in the Super Bowl in 2003.
Yeah.
So we done got you twice.
Yeah. I was a Wood. That was my, he's a Michigan dude. A Big Ten guy. I like Charles Woodson, man. And then I was a Peyton guy. So when he was with the Colts, I rooted for the Colts, and when he went to Denver, I rooted for your sucky Denver team.
Well, we don't want you.
Well, I don't want them. I don't want them. The only reason y'all even got some clock was because Peyton was on there. Otherwise, the hell with him. I ain't
it was over. And Ike, are y'all listening to this?
Hey, Q.
How many teams are you allowed to be a fan of?
I've
never seen.
I'm telling you all this. Ralph, I'm telling you all this because
he got a 4-year window.
Exactly.
Hold on. I'm telling
he's gone. He's gone after that.
I'm consistent with what I do.
He opts out like LeBron.
And I root for those players. That's what I do. I mean,
he opts out like LeBron, man.
Huh?
He opts out like LeBron.
Yeah, I do. I mean, I like my guy. I like my guy, and I think. I mean, A-Rod he's a bad dude. I mean, he lost. I mean, but he's a bad dude. I mean,
So that's your
So you
main guy
resigning?
right now, right?
right now,
Legend, you
No,
resigning?
Mahomes is his main guy.
Mahomes is my guy right
Mahomes is
now.
his main guy.
That's my guy.
Yeah.
So when you resigning your 1-year
I've been
contract?
talking Mahomes for years, man.
Yeah, I give him the Mahomes thing. He been on Mahomes for a while.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. That's just I mean, that's my guy. So
It's,
that's it, man. But like I told y'all earlier in this thing, I said it. It's on tape. All right, it's on tape. Y'all give me a real quarterback. I'm gonna go ahead and support my Bears.
Okay.
If I don't get a quarterback,
But you said if Carson Wentz is you gonna read. That's not a real quarterback.
Thank you, Ike.
hey, Ike, look at it this way.
It is when you got Trubisky.
He better than Trubisky.
Hey man, I don't know about that, bro.
Hey, Trubisky, terrible.
I think they on the same level.
same level.
I think they are on the same level.
Trubisky bad, dog.
So is Wentz.
Man.
And one thing,
He's gonna be all right, man.
And the worst thing about Wentz is scared of competition.
Hey, look, guess what? If you go back to the Bears, who's gonna be his nemesis?
Nick Foles.
That's what I'm saying. That's why it won't work. That's why he won't go to the Bears, because it won't work.
That makes sense. I didn't think about that. That's true. That's very true.
They said they were going to trade Foles though.
Who the hell gonna take Nick Foles?
John Elway.
I mean, it's part of the package.
Hey,
It's part of the package.
hey, I really think Denver got 3 more spots for quarterbacks.
They do.
They do. They really do.
Hey, they gonna take Jacoby Brissett too.
Why not? Andrew said Wentz to be fine. Yeah, okay. You keep believing that.
Andrew don't
man.
want him in Philadelphia though. Wentz to be fine. He don't want Wentz.
Hey man, Andrew be talking out the side of his neck, boy.
You keep
Drew.
believing that.
Hey man, you know what? I ain't been.
Drew 2 years ago. Go ahead. I was going to say Drew 2 years ago never thought Carson Wentz would be a laughing stock, and I tried to tell him, man.
Hey, but you was like that like a couple months ago about golf.
Hey,
He believes in golf, man.
No, y'all been laughing. Y'all been laughing at golf from the jump. I said he's a good passer, but he ain't mobile. He's not mobile, so
That's true.
Hey,
we can't protect the man. We gotta get rid of him.
They was also saying the same things about Josh Allen too.
Now,
Yeah,
Josh
No, I
Allen.
like Josh Allen though.
Yeah, Josh Allen's an
I
animal.
always liked Josh Allen.
But years
Hey,
ago, they were questioning that pick that Buffalo made with Josh Allen.
They were talking about his
because-
accuracy.
Because he was more of a raw talent.
Hey, you know something that I've been hearing
Paxton
for
Lynch.
years, and I finally get to say the same thing. When the last time your team won a Super Bowl?
Hey.
Boy, I get to say it all year.
2015.
I get to say it all year.
2015.
When the last time
Man,
your team won a Super Bowl?
2015.
Hey, man, listen. Before I go, I don't know if y'all seen my post. Man, I've been having Cowboys fans talk so crazy and reckless today about
Please
the
don't
Bucs
listen
winning
to
the
them.
Super Bowl. So I had to give them a congratulations. So if there's any Cowboys fans on here, happy 25-year anniversary. That's the last time y'all played in a Super Bowl 25 years ago, man. I hope
The
y'all
new
have a
Eagles.
great special day. A great special day.
Absolutely.
Great.
But I will say this though. I forgot who brought this point up earlier when they were talking about the game yesterday and talking about the defense. Hey man, Dallas has some good defensive teams too.
Back in the day, yeah.
Hey, Q.
Yeah, they
Straight
definitely
at the
are.
bottom.
Yeah.
I like that.
Hey, bro, I told you I'm celebrating all week long, bro. Look, he got Pat Ryan right there. Hey,
Oh
we
my
celebrate
God.
this thing all week long.
These guys, man. These guys.
Hey,
We can't
look.
tell them nothing for the next
Nope.
year. We cannot tell them nothing.
Listen, man, my birthday is exactly 2 weeks away.
Yes, sir.
It was the best birthday present I could ever
Absolutely.
have, boy.
Hey,
Absolutely.
man, there it is, bro. There it is. But we get ready to go up out of here, Ralph. You got something you want to say to the people before we get up out of here, man?
Hey, man, congratulations to the Buccaneers. Tom Brady is the GOAT. What more can we say?
Daniel, you got something you want to say when we get out of here?
Hey, man, I'm just glad. I didn't want Tom Brady to win a Super Bowl, but I had no choice but to ride with him because I hate when people start acting like I hate when people start acting like Mahomes, like they God. So I was like, man, they need
Yeah,
this reality check.
yeah,
Bring them
yeah.
back to reality. God
Uh-huh.
answer the prayer. Now I hope Tom
Absolutely.
Brady falls off the cliff. Now I hope he falls off the cliff next year.
This guy.
He's the GOAT.
He sound like
I'm
Max
done with him.
Kellerman, man.
He
You done
cost
with
my
it,
team
man?
2 championships. I'm done with him.
Oh man. Hey,
Hey,
B.
Cheetah.
B. You got something you want to say before we get out of here, man?
Yeah. What I want to say is, my two sons to y'all, great job this year. We're gonna get back in the lab, and we're gonna be back out there next year, and we're gonna be competing for a chip on both sides, AFC and NFC. We'll be back. Lick
Man,
your wound.
you better congratulate us before you get off here.
I already congratulated you earlier.
Man, you better congratulate me again.
Listen,
Congratulate us again.
I have accepted the nonsense that I saw yesterday. I congratulated the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I congratulated you all as well. I refuse, and I refuse to acknowledge your friend, your favorite friend, Tom Brady, as the GOAT. I'm not doing it.
He's beyond the GOAT.
Absolutely.
He is now considered the GOAT.
Absolutely.
I think he's a great quarterback, but his defense is what won him the game. The defense should have got the MVP, not him.
But listen, I tell you this. Mike Evans said it last night in the interview. Tom Brady came and changed everything.
Absolutely.
For the defense, the running game, the offensive line.
You know what?
Because Mike Evans said, I've never studied film and practiced so hard in my life. He said Brady would yell at him and tell him that that's only because I know you can do great things. And that's what he did, man. He changed the whole thing, the whole way Tampa Bay.
Legend.
You know what? Here's the thing.
Legend. Go ahead.
Look, Charles stomach hurt today.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is.
See, I'm okay with Q. And
hey, Starks, you right, bruh. He ain't watched ESPN all day.
Take me in the dark room.
I did start
drinking crap.
I tagged him in a post on Facebook last night. I ain't heard a word.
I watched it, and I got tired. I got tired of hearing Tom
Brady
is the GOAT. I'm like, guys, did y'all watch the game? But anyway, that's it.
Yeah.
Look.
21 for
I can appreciate Ike. I can appreciate Q. Ralph,
what?
I don't know why. What you actually explained. That's why I'm gonna give you a pass because I didn't understand it. I was like, why did Tom Brady put his thing all in your face? I don't understand. Like, what's going on? Like, you just Tom Brady. I didn't understand what was going on.
Hey, man, you gotta respect it, man.
You got a different level of respect for Tom Brady.
Absolutely, you gotta respect it, man.
Hey, Starks.
So I
deactivated Facebook.
So I give you a pat, but come on, Ralph. Come on, man. Let them have their day, man. Don't be absolutely. Ike, absolutely.
Because he's the GOAT.
Absolutely.
Hey, tell him, Ralph. Tell him, Ralph. He's the GOAT.
Who else would you consider the GOAT?
What, in football?
Yeah.
Absolutely. What we talking about?
Let me see.
Don't you do it. Don't you do it. Don't you do it.
No. Let him say it. Go ahead. Because if you say Aaron Rodgers, you a fool.
No, Aaron Rodgers ain't the GOAT. Listen, Ralph. Aaron still got stuff to prove, man. Patrick Mahomes still got stuff to prove, man. Now, my boys they still young in the game, man. They still got stuff to prove.
Rodgers ain't young no more, bro.
Exactly.
Rodgers got about three more rings in him.
10 Super Bowls, 7 rings.
You know where
Super Bowls, 7 rings, man. There's nothing to talk about, man.
Hey, I said this, and people thought I was crazy, but I also said a long time ago, actually in the group, that when I said, man, Brady's going to end up coming to Tampa, and everybody in the group was telling me that I was crazy and talking foolish. But I'm telling y'all right now, after next season, Aaron Rodgers is coming to Tampa.
Hey, Q, it's been a good show.
Watch the
good show.
Hit the button and click. Hit it.
Nope.
Watch it.
Hey,
Watch and
hey,
see.
Now
Charles.
y'all just the
Charles,
destination for the return
Charles,
quarterback.
I'm gonna make you feel a little bit better, Charles. I am
What?
gonna go ahead and keep it G though. If Tom Brady didn't play for Bill Belichick, he would not be the GOAT. So I'm gonna go ahead and give you that, so
Okay.
you can pound your
All
chest
right.
on that.
Okay. I feel better. Thanks, D. I feel better.
Wait a second. Wait a second. That's like saying
Hey,
if
I'm
Jordan
just
if
keeping
Jordan
it
didn't
G.
play for Field, if Jordan didn't play for Field, he wouldn't be the GOAT.
No. It's two different things. No.
No, it ain't two different things, man.
Man,
Come on.
just
It's
give
the
Tom
same
Brady his
thing.
flowers while he's alive, man.
But look,
Let that man have his
Bill
flowers.
Hey,
Belichick won
can we
Tom
answer
Brady
this?
3 Super Bowls.
Can we answer Stark's question?
Larry Stark says, "Who y'all think coming to my coach?" Go ahead, Ike. You
Carson
got it.
Wentz,
Mitchell Trubisky.
Carson. Y'all can either one. It don't matter.
Andy Dalton. Andy Dalton, man.
Man.
Hey, man, they should have went all in for Stafford for
They
Jameis.
real.
should have. They should
That's who I
have.
was
Yeah,
about to
now
say.
Hey,
Jameis is definitely though for real. Mitchell Trubisky and Jameis Winston are the two that I've been seeing a lot,
I would not be
and
surprised if I
Carson
see Jameis
Wentz.
Winston in Indianapolis, man. I think that actually might be a good fit for them. But anyways, man, we're going to get on up out of here. We appreciate everybody who tuned in
Man.
today. You can always catch previous episodes on the YouTube channel, KY Beyond the Game. If you don't have time to sit down and watch a show, you can also listen to us on all platforms. Podcast streaming platforms, Apple Podcasts, Google Play, Spotify. We all across the board. We're getting ready to get on up out of here. Our Bucs are Super Bowl champions. And with
Go
that
Chiefs.
being said, we want you to treat somebody how you want somebody to treat your
Go
mama.
Pack.
We out of here. Everybody celebrate
Go Pack.
all
Go
week
Chiefs.
long. We in this thing. Don't you Chiefs me, boy. We ain't got time.
hey, Stark. Y'all